Better Corsi with the low post turnaround left hook, and that's the one thing that Duke has always been, especially this season, very difficult because they don't have any true low post threat defenders down there.
Gowan is on him. Thomas was defending. Cook. Thomas goes back out on Hood. Rebound, Jefferson feeding Parker, doubled and down. Gowan's got 14, he averages 8. Jabari, Parker. 15-3 Mercer run. Half minute to go.
Challenge, but don't foul.
Parker. And a timeout.
Umbrella, put the hands straight up, make it very difficult. And he is battling, man. He is battling. I don't think, has he taken more than one shot today?
Harris today 0 for 3.
0 for 3, not really.
0 for 2 on three-pointers.
He's got to look to shoot the ball more. He's a good shooter. I love watching them play defense. See the concentration, the focus in each player. Watch the ball there, man.
Parker, step back 3 to tie the game.
Work and play some defense. Get the ball into the big guy.
They do, but the pass gets away from him. Parker might have deflected it, and now back come the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it was not a good pass, not a good entry to the low post.
Parker thought about the 3, now steps in and knocks down a 16-footer. Work to get some decent looks inside the arc, just 7 for 28, and that's what Virginia is known for. Among the things they're known for defensively, protecting the paint, defense.
To really make Parker have to play defense. We're about a limit on the defensive end.
The only lead of the game for Duke was at 2-0. But they've got it again thanks to Parker.
It's amazing their patience on the turnover. I mean, that was telegraphed, that pass.
Parker, another steal. He's going all the way.
Oh! You mentioned the threes. I mean, obviously Hood and Parker are in another category if they're in foul trouble. But all the other guys are basically interchangeable. It's great to see a game well played. Look at the 10 turnovers, basically, in the game between both clubs.
Cook the drive. Jefferson's had a nice afternoon, already double figures. Parker elevates for a 3. And Duke
not getting more touches inside Jacoby. We got a great one, man.
Man, is it electric here today.
And he's electric. He's absolutely
for 26 from the free throw line.
We talk about that often on our free throw line. We can talk, about everything about the game. Simplicity.
What a move by Parker.
Paisan by the name of Jimmy Valvano. They were led by Vinny Del Negro.
Duke demolished NC State in the one regular season matchup between the two schools, 95-60. NC State, though, is playing at a higher level now than they were then. That made them 1-4 in the ACC. They wound up 9-9.
Charles, I read some of his quotes from Richard Deitch. He wants to do another game with me, or game with me. We've never done a game.
2-point lead, Wolfpack. 8.5 to go. First half, Virginia already through to the final. Parker shot fake, driving on Warren. Tough shot.
That was a big time. Minutes here. He's got the Wolfpack crowd a little excited. He provides electricity.
Media timeout on the next whistle. Good back and forth game here in Greensboro. Parker spinning over Freeman to tie the game again.
Are you serious? He's in a scenario right now where they're making it tough for him to get the basketball.
Very few of his baskets are just on clean open jumpers. He's got to create a lot of offense.
He had 28 last night in that game with Syracuse.
Parker inside, and it spins in for him, and it... By the way, we should mention we talked in the first half about Joe Lunardi, 1s and 2s. At halftime, we were told that Lunardi updated his bracketology and that the Michigan win of Ohio State as the moment has moved them up to the 1 line and dropped Duke back on top.
Have you seen him take any first shots?
No.
I haven't seen it.
Warren tries to lob it, maybe a bad decision there. Jefferson knocks it away. 2-on-1. Parker! You thinking back to your days at the University of Detroit, not getting the respect from some of the big fellas?
Yeah, that. Yeah, they never treat you like, I tried to get games with this guy Phelps down in Notre Dame. He said there's no roads to the Motor City from South Bend.
Whatever became of that guy?
I don't know. Is he in the studio?
7-point lead, Duke over State.
Going to a little zone right here. Tough to zone them the way they shoot.
Parker's step back jumper over Anya. Out to be prophetic or not is another story. But everybody wearing a red uniform today knows exactly what the situation appears to be.
Oh, what a big-time play on the baseline.
After playing so well coming into this contest in such a great and elite rhythm, he's not there right now.
Double team, slips through it and scores. First field goal of the night. Into the championship game of the American Conference. Here Clemson and Duke in a quarterfinal matchup. The winner to take on NC State in the semis tomorrow afternoon. Virginia and Pittsburgh also through to the semifinals as well. Another impressive performance today by the Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers so balanced offensively. I think their depth is vastly underrated when you look at Anderson and Gill and what they're able to provide off the bench. A couple of times in the first half, the offensive putbacks by Gill separated the Cavs.
Cook the lob to Parker.
Overall, a solid first half for Clemson, especially considering how poor McDaniels has played.
Parker again.
Help the
production somewhere else. Landry Noko, we've got to get him more touches in the paint. He had said that earlier. He said we've got to be able to move the ball on offense side to side and make some on their misses.
Great block by Noko, but Duke gets
a little bit ill-advised shot. Down by 5. You can get that one at any point.
McDaniels on the bench right now for Clemson. Parker, great job to corral.
Feel good. Being down 3 after the way this game has gone, you were trailed by double digits here in the second half.
Parker banks it home. On Wednesday, the Demon Deacons had a late 17-0 run to take control of that game.
The substitutions help him keep the pressure up for 40 minutes.
And he's trying to work in terms of fatigue. He doesn't want them to be tired at the end. He told us before the game he felt there's a little problem with them physically at the end of the game. Mentally as well.
Parker the drive. And the finish and a foul.
That's a big-time drive right there.
From the right side.
I don't think Duke's made a 3 yet. Have they made a 3?
Yeah, they made one early 3.
Oh, yeah, Hood made one early. Yep.
They're 1 of 7 from three-point range. Parker.
Oh, what a big-time move. What a big-time move. Are you serious? Simmons and Britt.
Carolina sticking with man-to-man. They've been a very good defensive team all year long, and they've defended fairly well in this one. They just haven't run good offense.
Parker with a floater.
He is really driving the basketball. When he went through a little...
He has no reservations about Page continuing to shoot the ball in the second half. That's paid off handsomely for Carolina this year.
Said he loves the ball when the game's on the line. I think Silverman's holding the ball too much.
Well, nobody's open. They got to move first.
Movement on offense, so important. Move without the basketball.
Parker.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Look at the different ways he can rebound it.
And how about the way he handled the ball against Britt? What a pass.
And what a rejection by Johnson.
Johnson's really playing well off that bench.
Extra pass from Dawkins to Cook. Cook finds Parker, steps behind the line, buries it.
Tell you what, Parker, look for that line. That was a...
Just lost to West Virginia.
He showed today why everybody was raving about why he's going to be a terrific pro. Has not had a first-team All-American year, but today he was...
What a move by Parker.
That was...
Well,
that's going to be really big, Jerry, whether or not he gets that 4th. But also, really, when you think about it, I mean, Duke out-rebounds him. Duke only has 4 turnovers, and they're only up 3 because North Carolina was able to execute in transition, get a lot of layups.
Parker had a monster first half, and he picks up where he left off. He's got 18.
Scored a point, I believe. Is that right?
He did not. McAdoo did not score. Had the same kind of foul issues in that one. North Carolina is going to have to be disruptive on the defensive end.
Can't stop him. It's in a total mismatch. It's an M&M. Rebecca.
You can also try to exploit the corners in this because the big guys have to guard it.
Cook misses the three. Jefferson another offensive rebound.
But Duke has dominated the offensive glass. Usually it's North Carolina that has an advantage on the offensive glass, but it has been Duke in this one. That's their 15th offensive rebound.
I think the loss of meats because of what's ailing them, the foul trouble, and McAdoo has really hurt them.
Well, they're moving the ball nicely as well. Parker in the paint, gets the bounce. 25 for Jabari Parker.
There's the wide open saying today when we were there talking about. Same thing like Butler when they had that great team with Brad Stevens.
Carolina went a little 1-2-1-1. Full court pressure. Now back to man-to-man.
They got to come up with some stops. Duke has all the momentum, totally in control.
I think they got to go to Parker against McAdoo.
Absolutely. You got to know the situation. 4 fouls, attack him.
Jefferson, the kick to Parker.
Decide to do it all today.
Victimize Duke if they overplay you defensively. Parker can't score. Second effort is good. Have you?
Tell you what, Wake Forest has come out and played with a tremendous amount of heart in this basketball game, but they have to be careful. It was 28-28 at Duke, and then Duke went on like this, getting out in transition at the finish. Got to continue to scrap if you're Wake Forest.
Well, Duke had some foul trouble in the first half to deal with. Suleiman, Parker, and Jefferson, all with 2 fouls apiece. They'll obviously start the second half with Parker and Suleiman on the floor, and Jabari Parker goes right to work. How about that? Fake by Hard, missed the jam. Jabari Parker with a chance for a three-point play.
In a matchup zone right now for Wake Forest.
Thornton with the ball fake, sets up Parker. Tough fadeaway. NBA shot from the of both of these basketball programs playing each other.
Wake Forest has been scrappy. They have 9 turnovers now, but those turnovers haven't led to a lot of points as it did in the first encounters.
Suleiman finds Parker underneath. Tracked down by Suleiman, forces a 3, in and out. Offensive rebound, Parker who flushes.
You know, even in a tough year where there have been so many injuries for Virginia Tech, Thomas has proven that he's up to the task.
Here's the zone look from Virginia Tech. Parker inside, muscling his way, power move for the freshman. It's 45 feet from the hoop. Now Wilson turns it over in the face of pressure. This is Jabari Parker.
Time down 20. It came back on him a bit. And they have real opportunities when they shoot the 3 very well.
Here's an opportunity for Jabari Parker.
Tonight playing well off the bench. Cooney's open.
He usually makes that kind of shot. Vinicius doing a nice job. He really is. He's a better shooter when you look at his numbers than I thought.
Parker steps into a 3.
Just a matter of time this year. But when he has shot them, he has shot fairly well.
Well, he's down along the baseline now with Cooney and Ennis out front. That makes the zone a lot smaller. And you're able to attack on the baseline.
No Jeremy Grant in the game right now for the Orange. What a bounce.
Talk about getting his shooter's balance. Active inside. Hey, you talk about Duke, 3 consecutive games they've scored less than 70. They haven't done that 4 consecutive games all the way back in the 2000, and I believe it was 2009 was the last time they did that.
Parker, good look from the corner.
Spread his body, got a good look, a rhythm jump shot.
Fair over Parker. Duke looking for the lead. And Parker, count it. Open as wood.
Wow. Because he can shoot that.
Oh, Parker with a follow.
That's big time, my friends. That's
points of the night. Syracuse back within 1 inside the final 2 minutes.
And remember, both clubs trying to avoid losing back-to-back games. It doesn't get easy for Syracuse. They got to go to Maryland Monday night, and they have Virginia on Saturday, who's 14-1. The Cavaliers really in control to win the ACC.
Here's where a defensive rebound is a gigantic play.
They're going to try to slide Parker in that 3-second area.
Got it.
What a terrific play. Smart. Good basketball IQ.
It's a lot more pleasant than when you got here and you actually had to play. North Carolina's really good. But I think one of the things is you have to keep your emotions in check. And I think the players right now are going a little bit too fast on both ends.
Parker, left-handed layup, first field.
Of his ability, Plumlee hustling.
Another Carolina turnover.
Really sloppy, no rhythm, good defense by Duke.
Their 8th already of the game, and Parker's got a chance for a 3 find. Jefferson kicks it back out. Dawkins for 3. Hook the rebound.
Can't allow guards to get rebounds like that.
Great cut by Parker, but a good find about
your club. Psychologically, when you got guys can step to the line, because it can be very depressing watching guys miss one after another.
So they started 1 for 8. They've made their last 4.
Let's see if Duke goes to Parker.
Cook will find him, and Parker will finish.
Every time they make a mistake, I think we're too much in a hurry. We don't give these kids a chance to grow up. Look at Page, a different player this year as a sophomore.
Parker taking advantage of Simmons again.
Throwing also McDonald to make a 3. I mean, those 2 guys account for all their 3s, basically.
Duke leading by 9. Parker driving right into the chest of McAdoo.
Time off the clock, but a simple layup.
Parker with a rebound and a finish.
Shot clock at 2. Golden with a desperation shot off the rim. Parker with a rebound.
He's doing a very good job defensively in the post with both Miller and Carter Jr.
Not much he can't do, huh?
Well, and that runs the floor much more effectively now. We saw they missed him early on a run out, Tim, but that was a nice run rim by him.
Well, that got Bobby Crimmins' court rocking. Parker right back at you.
First good.
This is a lot more like the Duke we've seen in the past. Overplaying every passing lane. Suleiman giving it up to Parker for the easy do. Help, and Robert Carter Jr. will check in for him. He's fatigued, number 24 in white. He's trying to check this guy, Parker, and right away they go to him.
Good 2-man game, a pick and roll. Emil Jefferson a little late getting over to help.
Ryan Gregory's got to be thinking, right? Want to get that down to 10 or maybe under. Just as done that, Duke has not allowed him any room whatsoever. Parker, he fights for it. Parker gets it and he's fouled.
Good matchup on him, but they feel like Seth Allen is crucial.
Mitchell in place, can't get it to go. Parker jerks away the rebound. Jabari getting 8.5 rebounds per game and immediately takes it strong to the hole. He makes it and will go to the line. 82 points a game. Here's a big reason why.
Right. Their points allowed, their field goal percentage, defense, everything is in the bottom third of the ACC. That's why. He's got some capabilities offensively.
Parker and Charles Mitchell.
But they can play through him in the post. Duke has not yet proven that they can deal with Charles Mitchell.
He has half a dozen. He's made 3 or 4. Thornton bouncing here for Parker. Spins. Too quick for them. And lays it in. And where would the Turks be without him here in the early going?
No doubt.
Suleiman looking to make a move. Here's Parker. An open 3. Yes.
This young man.
He has not shot it well.
No, he's averaging just under 10 as Jabari gets fouled and will go to the line again.
Pass shooting, 17 points.
Yeah, and they go right to Suleiman. Can he get by Allen?
Suleiman backs it away. Now drives it again into the paint. Parker beyond the 3. Wants to get closer. Slams it in! Coming off the bench lately for Coach K. Parker. Hard to the baseline and 1, and he goes to the... And here's Jabari Parker off to Cook. Parker on full display here in the city of Boston with Danny Ainge, who runs the Celtics. One of the NBA guys in the stands, and there are a lot of them here today.
Now you got a mismatch with Rayhan checking Parker. He goes right after him. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a good individual. You have it, and you're giving Boston College confidence by the minute.
Oh, and a tough shot by Hood. Parker up and in for 2 after the...
Hood with a pull-up jumper, and that's not there. Tipped up and in by Parker.
Defensive rebounds. It feels like if they deliver him the ball, regardless of who's checking him, he should be able to score.
Jabari Parker with 10 points, 7 rebounds in the first half of the Blue Devils. Olivier Hanlon has gotten some really easy shots, and he has 14 points. Parker with the first touch, and he dunks.
They couldn't
do another one here. Anderson has it knocked away, stolen by Thornton. Now on the run, here's Parker. Fouled, and he made it to the line. Jackson, the fall away. Not there. Parker with another rebound. On his way to a double-double. Oh, a slick pass and a stuff by Parker.
And I don't mean to beat Jabari Parker up defensively, but he's literally got turned around and didn't know where Rayhan was and wasn't sure where the ball was.
Back to Parker, lays it in, and another foul. He has a chance. So Duke up 59-44. The three-pointers suddenly not dropping for BC. On the other hand, the Blue Devils are 8 out of 14. And Suleiman looking to penetrate. Thornton. Back on high for Quinn Cook. Shot clock at 9. Anderson coming out to guard him. Inside Parker, and 2 more for Jabari.
See who could go guard Jabari Parker. So what happened? Mike Krzyzewski went through Jabari Parker. He goes up and gets another one.
And there he is.
Yeah, he went.
Did not shoot it. Cook will. He's had a big day. Quinn Cook with 19. He's 5 out of 7 beyond the three-point line. Suleiman splits the defenders, and the Parker stuff, another one on the
devastating loss Saturday at home to a Georgia Tech team that resembles a mash unit at this point. In fact, they lost Trey Golden for more than a half. Here's Parker, and he gets the friendly touch.
Parker avoided the contact too. He needs to look to drive here or back his man down. Much better offense by Jabari. Duke's capitalized on it. Look at that right there.
Here's Jabari Parker. Suleiman and Dawkins guard 22 of the first 24 for Duke. Since then, others have chipped in for 17 of the last 20. Parker and Hood have come alive in the last 5 minutes of the half. Combined for 16. And here's Jabari Parker again. First field goal since the 17:30 mark.
And it was a direct post feed, which I thought they needed to do more of. Look at that.
Look at the play again. And this is Jabari Parker again. Oh, Jabari.
From this Kavanaugh, he should have drawn a foul on that one.
19-point Duke lead. Frustrated Wake team on the offensive end. Parker trying to make him frustrated on the defensive end. Kavanaugh
gets to the line on average 27 times. And they've already gotten 22 opportunities. Duke trying to melt that clock.
Wake shot 33 free throws in their loss to Georgia Tech. Fancy footwork from Parker.
Dandy, he's a prime-time performer. As a look at that 2-3 zone. Take a look at it. There's some gaps right by the ACC, right there in the post. See, right there. That's where good things could happen.
And Plumlee will not look and turn to score. He's looking to dish, and great ball. Kicks it out, Hood. Parker, the offensive rebound, and count it.
Last year, he's become much more effective. He's not afraid to take the big shot.
Jefferson the screen. Suleiman off to Cook. Jefferson in the middle of that zone looking for a touch.
And the touch is to utilize him as a passer, as a distributor. Slide right behind where that ACC is, the orange there.
Hood can't find any room. Now Jefferson. Good ball movement. Suleiman, nice feed. Parker with a left hand.
What a strong. He's not as effective if he's out way on the wing versus in that area there. He is dangerous.
Jefferson
There's utilization of that foul line area.
Kicks it right back out to Suleiman. Can they get Dawkins a look? Parker on the baseline again. Looking for the lead.
I got to try to get an open look for Dawkins.
Benajay Keita into the game for the Orange. Parker spinning and hitting.
That's where I put him.
Along with Dawkins, each with 4 fouls. Jefferson's gone to the bench. And Thornton has been the huge story lately with 3 threes. Obviously, he stays in the game right now for Duke.
He's that unsung hero, man. That's what happens in games like this.
Oh, what a move by Parker.
2 free throws by Michael Young. Pittsburgh leads 2-0. And a dunk.
Well, you talk about patience, and you're exactly right about their beautiful passing. That was interior, in close quarters, and they kick it out and then find the open man. For this team, their best player is always the open man, and they're seeking out that open man.
Talk about nice passing. Let's check in quickly with Janine.
Well, guys, you were just talking about the strong rebounding performance by Duke on Saturday. That's one thing that Jamie Dixon wanted more from his team during that last timeout, telling them he wants all 5 guys rebounding, using their bodies, being a lot more physical and a lot more aggressive on the boards.
Parker for 3 out of the corner. That the most improved player in the Big East was going to be a Pitt player. Parker.
What a move. Perimeter shooter. He doesn't have great range on his shot, but he's a good mid-range shooter. He shoots a good percentage.
Parker putting on a show for the 20. I love Coach K's description about Jim Boeheim. Said he is a great thinker. Parker's first attempt got.
That threw Lamar Patterson over, tried to block that shot and open things up.
Parker the dunk.
Schedule. They don't come here last year, so there's only 2 guys on the roster who played in Cameron Indoor Stadium, which is a unique venue to get used to. Miller and White are the only 2.
Parker, the featured guy the last few times down the. Suleiman to put it in. Parker trying to make a move, slicing in and one. He'll go to the line. Stolen away by Thornton. He jumped out, wins it back. Looking for the 3-pointer. Cook. Here's Suleiman. He'll set it up as we approach 2 minutes before halftime. With tough pass there. Parker with a catch. Drives and slams. Balan. Neil Jefferson contested. The tip follow inside is good for Jabari.
Oh, you've got a great reputation. You did a great job with the Jets.
I'm going to make you my PR agent. As Jabari.
So many great players. Our own Jay Williams, Battier, Boozer. It's the brand. You think about those guys in that era. They were unbelievable.
Now, talking to Mike Krzyzewski before the game, though, he made an interesting point. As Parker rises up and connects, it's almost a...
Really get back in the game. You're down 12, and you go to the line and you brick the free throw. Not a way you can get back in the game, Bob. As Duke, a little patience on their side. Taking some time off that clock, certainly not going to any delay.
Parker, up and under, score it! For the 8th time this year.
Well, they're sitting in that zone right there, and that's going to take time off the clock. Duke's going to make them take some time off. Certainly the clock in Duke's favor, the scoreboard in their favor, the talent levels in their favor.
And now Miami brings some defensive pressure. Duke beats it with ball movement in the alley.
Losing 3 of their last 4 of their 6 coming off the last Wednesday at Wake Forest, 70-69.
Nice denial. Hold on.
Parker.
The Denizens up early.
And again, multiple substitutions out there for the Blue Devils. Josh Hairston now comes out. Here's Suleiman back in the game. Jabari Parker.
Tough to cover that corner. Dribble drive. We generally have too much to say. Look at this defense. 3-quarter again. And look at him get out and run.
Suleiman. An open lane and outside. Parker
delivers the knockout. Now this game is
It's a new season high. We've got 18 minutes to go.
Same play, ball screen, empty side, rolled by Jefferson.
Parker screen, Cook the drive. Jefferson and Parker will launch a three.
Wow, so much.
Duke has won 26 consecutive home games. Ties for the longest active home court winning streak in the country right now. Suleiman, Parker, pass by Suleiman, a 7-0 run by the Devils.
Knowledge of the game. Chris ran into him early in the year in Stanford. Doing a heck of a job there.
Hood is back out there. Here's Parker back on the floor. Jefferson down low. Far side they got Dawkins. And on top there, Quinn Cook. That's the Blue Devil 5. Lee and Barber. The tip of the defense for State. Jefferson, nice pass indeed.
Well, Jefferson, whatever you need. This kid
informed of what they've got. Asking what can't they do, but what can they do?
Well, also, they want to make them as good as they can become, thinking of their future, believe it or not, particularly programs like this.
Duke is shooting 46%. State 48.
Yeah, that's a big show, Vandenberg. And I think you got to do that when Jefferson screens. Power personified.
Parker and Jefferson starting for Coach K. And Duke in white control the tip, won by the freshman Jabari Parker. Rodney Hood. And now Parker.
Parker being guarded by Akil Mitchell. And Mike Tobey taking Emil Jefferson. That's a better matchup for Virginia.
Parker with the shot clock at 14. Rattles in a three. Start the second half for UVA. 8 points for the senior from Chelan, Washington.
And Virginia won the free throw battle in the first half. They went 12 of 15. The free throw line really kept them in it.
That shot by...
And for a team that really hasn't had much of an inside game, they've developed one in a hurry. So two things that the Cavaliers have to focus on in this half. Better defense, better communication on defense, and defensive rebounding. And then
their first five for the floor. Well, to be in this game, Wes, in most games, they've got to have really good performances from Roper, Hall, and McDaniel. They can't afford subpar nights from either one of those guys. Cook, trying to slide baseline. In the corner, Parker, the three, good. And then here's Parker. I mean, just shoots 50% from the floor, 41% from three. And another one getting killed in that category. 2-point lead for the Blue Devils. Here's Cook. Slips it to Parker for the dunk. He's made a career of being a pest. Particularly at the defensive end of the floor. Parker, a turnaround. Oh, that was pretty. A dunk. Filer on the drive. Had it knocked away. They scramble for it. Loose ball out of there. Here's Cook. He's got Parker. He'll take it down. Parker put it up and in. The drought.
Coming time.
Jabari Parker has started this game 0 for 5. Is there a problem with the quality of looks he's getting?
I don't think so. I think, again, it's a young man who now may have a bit of a confidence crisis, not shooting the ball real well over the last couple of games. You know, last 3 games, just 16 for 43 field goal. Get a better shot than the guy with a hand in the face.
Jabari Parker has struggled with his shot, especially from deep. Now he's in a scrap inside, trying to get position on Holsey. Nice spin move for the freshman.
Big field goal turned the corner for Florida State yesterday.
Parker follows it up. Andre Dawkins just short, and Parker found the rebound. Right to him, and he's got a
point passing and tremendous discipline by the Irish here in the half court. And again, this game being played the way they want. 5-on-5 basketball, which makes it a little more difficult for Parker.
Parker, it's a three.
Duke moving forward, knowing that he's a guy that's going to play the game, not just rely on his ability to make shots.
Second foul on Sherman. He's now on the bench. Parker, the quick release. On Jabari Parker, who's 5th in the ACC in that category. Parker, a turnaround. Got it. Now Cook gets the steal. Has Parker.
Talked about the similarities between this year's Duke team and the USA basketball gold medal winning Olympic teams that he's coached. As you see Jabari Parker continue.
Wanted it, instead works into Hairston, who goes straight up and forces the turnover. Now Parker with numbers. Behind the back to lay it in. Cook lobs for Parker, who trapped it against the rim, got it back, and scored.
Set up some full court pressure a la Louisville.
Well, like you said, you got to make them to set it up, and right there they did kind of contain a little bit. They're talking about Rob Murphy being an assistant at Syracuse for 7 years, hence the 2-3.
And how about the opening bucket for the Dukies? Jabari Parker immediately in the scoring column. And here's a steal. Parker again.
Yeah, I mean, again, it comes down to Thornton and Hairston doing the dirty work. Hairston, man in the middle, not a shot blocker, but he'll take charges. And Thornton is just a pest out there on the perimeter.
Shot was short by Harrison. Here comes Cook.
Yeah, Harrison saw the defender and short on that one. Like I said, you have to play aggressively, assertively against Duke.
Parker, baseline, good. Jabari Parker in double digits already with 10.
Pouring up that middle, ready to take a charge.
Long three from Hood, too strong. Offensive rebound, Parker. He gets the bump and the bucket. Game too.
He got the shot off and hit the backboard before the call was even made.
Here's the lob.
At a point when Duke was starting to pull away.
Ward's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, makes it a 9-point Duke lead. Parker looked for the lob from Cook, wasn't there. Instead, baseline 3. An air ball. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Parker mid-range. Yes.
Once again, getting below the
with 17 points. Ward had it blocked by Dawkins. Parker.
Well, Eastern Michigan is going to persist in pressure. You know, hoping that maybe Duke will kind of fall asleep at the switch, leave the door crack.
Parker.
Not like that, though.
Too easy. And now Jabari Parker.
Fantastic job. Tough, especially at home. Stash Kansas.
Hood for 3. Hairston tries to tap it back out, and Duke winds up with possession. Jabari Parker. Bad so far this year.
Tell you, we had Duke and Michigan, and they played terrific in that game. I think Michigan's a quality basketball team. It will be very good when you get into conference play. And in that game, Duke did a tremendous job defensively.
They picked it up a notch defensively since that Vermont game a few weeks back. Parker, he is now 10 for 16 from three-point range on the season.
He was shooting 60% coming in this game. There's the lob. He really did make a play because they did the right thing, trying to drive the bounce pass for the layup.
Jabari Parker back into the game for Duke. He leads them with 8.
See the open area right behind the foul line, wide open. I mean, it is wide open in that area. Slide somebody to the high post area. Use him as a zigzag man. About the fact you got to get in the gaps, the seams, and the 3-second area. They were really becoming nothing but a perimeter shooting team.
They took 18. This is the 9th tonight, averaging 21. Suleiman back in the game for Duke. He hit his first shot when he came in and hit a 3. Trying to earn his way back into the regular rotation. Jessica's remain one of the reasons why the boss is here. When Cook has it knocked away,
last year, and the key to this category for Andre Dawkins, okay, you got to make sure that you follow him around and stay attached to his hip. He had a DNP versus Kansas, but I mean, a lot of people don't talk about it. He's a leader. He can shoot. And when you surround him with guys like Ron Baker who can knock down the three-point shot, or Cle Anthony early down low, they're a heck of a basketball team.
Jabari Park. Vermont obviously thought different of that and nearly upset Duke here at Cameron 3 weeks ago. Jabari Parker.
It's going to be a process for him as well. He's never had to be as locked in defensively like he's had to be over these last games.
Here it is again.
Arizona at the Garden. T.J. McConnell outplayed Quinn Cook. Now, Michigan doesn't have a true point guard. Derek Walton is still trying to figure it out as a freshman. Spike Albrecht tries to play the possession, but there was no doubt about it.
Drew the charge. You got kind of quiet when you brought up that loss. You all right?
I just rather not talk about it.
Jabari Parker gives us plenty to talk about. Game winner as DeMatha's able to knock off Gonzaga. Josh Selby was also on the DeMatha team, as you mentioned, but didn't play. Parker inside again.
That people anticipate and expect.
Hood over LeVert, too strong. The rebound down to Thornton, and a fresh 35 for Duke.
And that's one of the dilemmas for Duke, rebounding the basketball.
Michigan, good rebounding numbers. Duke has very average at best rebounding numbers to this point of the season. Not a big team. Parker, strong. Horford inside, rejected at the rim. Parker got it to go.
Layup, LeVert on in the break. Michigan has a lot of ability. I think we're going to see a run out of Michigan. This game is far from over, man. Far from over.
Parker banging with Robinson. Up and in.
What about that versatility? Oh, wow. That's all right. That's all right.
Final minute first half. 7-point game. Good deep position by Parker.
Pushing the ball. Smart. Push the ball.
LeVert, tough shot. And Duke ball.
Tried to create a foul situation.
Cook, bounce past Parker. Yes.
But Morgan doesn't finish the play off.
Krzyzewski calling out a play as Cook looks on.
You know, Mike Krzyzewski's only lost 3 games. No, nothing to January all year this year. Mark Snyder does a great job in Detroit in the Free Press. Wrote an article about how he hasn't played an elite game yet.
Parker. Wow, what a finish. Changes subs now as Emil Jefferson is into the game for Duke along with Rashid Suleiman. And boy, are the Blue Devils waiting for Suleiman to start playing like he did last year. And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, freshman, number 23 in white. Keep an eye on him. He is a big-time athlete and a big talent.
He really is. He's in a great elevation. I think 2 key players for Duke. You mentioned it, Dan. Suleiman and Jefferson. They need jump coach.
Oh, what a crossover by McConnell. Put down with a rebound.
But he's done it all.
Hollis Jefferson, the biggest assignment covering Parker. He's got the size and the athleticism to do it. Now Parker posting. Strong move. Up front.
Parker trying to post on the inside. Some post plays. Now he steps out.
And hits it. Long 2.
Shoot the ball. Put the ball in the hands of a shooter. That is smart, intelligent basketball. So many times guys don't understand strengths and weaknesses of their teammates.
Tied at 30. 3:20 to go in an entertaining first half here in New York. Parker on the inside.
Incredible as a shooter. Nice pass. Good 2-man game.
Tyler Thornton.
These guys are very unselfish players. They're all about winning.
Parker
That's where he's got to go with that.
Dean Eastern from Cameron, Big Ten ACC Challenge.
He hesitated right there, Johnson. He had himself a layup, but he hesitated. Nice speed.
Behind the back to Parker.
Are you kidding me?
At the film tomorrow, seeing that they didn't move well away from the ball. A drive was possible because nobody moved to take it away from him.
Parker in the post gets the roll.
I showed up. But this is what you come to Arizona to be a part of, a stage like this, an event like this in a city like New York. So we're excited about
things like turnovers and missed free throws for Alabama to beat a team like Duke. Want to minimize those mistakes. Parker forces it up and in.
Really good block out by Parker. Parker got his butt into Engstrom, and that's why he got the rebound.
Turnaround fadeaway.
Defensive play. That's what really impresses you about that kid.
Parker inside. He's doing everything right now for the Blues. 5. They're 5 for 8 since from beyond the arc.
Well, just in every really major category, they're ahead in this game, and that's certainly why they're ahead in the game as far as the score is concerned. They have good patience, too. You know, they're going to move the ball around. They've got a lot of time.
And Mike Krzyzewski's got to love seeing nice feed inside.
That athletic ability, they're really putting it to use now. Alabama is with both full court and half court pressure. Now they're giving up a little bit of the kind of pressure. I don't think they should do that. I think they should just, they're having a lot of success with good pressure.
Parker inside.
Algie, it's you.
Parker, 15-footer is good. We have seen game. 7-0 run tie. They struggle, but they do get it over. When they need a basket, they go to Parker. 20.
And the coaching staff saying they want to start early. They don't want to play from behind. They want to get a lead and try to control the pace of this game.
Parker from the baseline.
They're shooting the ball well, especially from the three-point line, under 30%.
Coming off a loss Thursday at Wagner, where Vermont went 0 for 12 from deep. Parker frees himself for a little runner. Parker the follow slam.
Coach knows their team. Coach Becker said, we're getting good shots. We just got to make them. On that possession, that was a good shot.
Jabari Parker, mid-range game. He's got that, but it falls off the rim, and his counterpart, Quinn Cook, will set the offense for Duke.
This has been a blistering pace. Duke is on pace to score 100 points. Vermont on pace to score over 90 points. Keep an eye on if they can keep this pace.
That last foul was committed by Clancy Rugg, who's got a team-high 16 points, but also 3 fouls. Here is Parker!
Where you can see a little swagger from Carissimo. Coming down confident. He's not deterred by the pressure that Cook is trying to put on him. Good patience by Duke.
Parker steps back. Anything is a key look into the new rule emphasis. If you've got a great point guard, he can get to the rack.
Absolutely. You look at UConn and Shabazz Napier. He's having a big-time year because you can't touch him. Freedom of movement. His 5 best offensive players out on the floor right now.
Jabari Parker.
20 from Vermont. The back door, the high screen and roll, the put-back dunk, the transition, the free throws. They have had their offensive repertoire. Shot off the glass, a missed shot has been his best friend.
Quick three. Parker with the follow. Can't tip it in. They allowed 7 offensive rebounds in the first 11 minutes last night to Duke. The freshman Parker.
Prince Williams with the drive. Parker got a piece of it. Here comes Duke the other way. Jabari Parker, the block, the drive, the finish. 5 different Blue Devils have contributed to the perfect start.
I think the guards have got to help this Duke team rebound. And Cook is a terrific rebounder from the spot. Nice.
Jabari Parker from the base.
Comes into this one upward of 16 points, shooting a really solid percentage and was just dynamic down the stretch last night.
Parker inside. Carolina has been a come-from-behind team. That 17-point comeback last night against Norfolk State was their 3rd such comeback within the last calendar year. Parker!
Feels bigger to the Duke players than it actually is.
Parker spins past Stiff.
And the reason it's for East Carolina, they're getting in the lane and they're either creating opportunities for the driver or the people around them. Sitting in that 2-3 zone with good activity.
Parker from the corner, hand in his face. Stiff left it short. Parker in the open floor.
Turnovers in the middle of the floor that can turn quickly into dunks opposite.
Duke has dominated the preseason NIT with 4 titles. Parker with range and rebound. Here's Hood, the Mississippi State transfer. And Parker on the glass inside. He's got 4. Do it. I'm going to go teach that ball boy how to get off the floor. Jabari Parker inside.
And I've watched 2 of their practices, and he is not shy. He likes to shoot it, and he's a competitor. 5'10" in high school, scored a ton of points.
2nd leading all-time scorer in the state of Virginia. Two-man game, Parker rattles one. Nice move past Jefferson, got his own miss. Faded away, and it ends up with Parker. He wants to run. He covers the floor quickly, and he takes it coast with the Matha product. Takeaway by Parker. Cook will give it up. Here we go. And put up 11.
That play to me is a prime example of where the new rules has helped. Suleiman was down in defensive position. He was working his feet incredibly hard. Nice drive.
And well from distance, talking about FAU. How soon do you think Mike Jarvis has to dial that into his offense?
I think it's critical because 35% of their shots were from 3. Understand that's where the ball needs to go.
He had a monster game in their last outing that they lost to St. Francis, but he went for 21 and 12 in that one.
For the 2nd time in the first half, we see Florida Atlantic in 2-3 zone.
Parker from the corner. Oni knocks down a triple. He has 12 points. That's his 2nd 3-pointer of the night.
He's one of 2 guys that can score the ball against anybody for Florida Atlantic. He and Sakalja.
Parker wide open from distance. Yes. And get it to go. Rebound to Jefferson. Here's Hood. Waste no time being aggressive. Parker. Yes. Raffington on Parker. Parker lost it, regrouped, and used the left hand.
But pretty good move by a 7-footer.
He's a transfer from Baylor out of Bosnia. Here's the lob, and Parker finishes. Wow.
There for him.
A couple of 2s going at it, Quinn Cook and Marquand Botley. Here's Parker.
make it 21.
Look at Duke as well. Very young basketball team.
Gamble by Embiid. Plumlee's got it. Parker for three. Yes! And he'll be heading to the line.
So, living up to the bill, you can see he's got that power, that physique.
At 8 points, 4 assists in Kansas's opening game win over Louisiana Monroe. But Parker is feeling it here in his hometown. Green, not shy. Misses this one, and Parker down with another rebound for Duke. Parker getting a huge ovation pregame because he's from here when he was introduced, and he'll get another big ovation right. These are the 80s. It wasn't played with the mugging that we have started to see in recent years. It was played more like what they're trying to get it back to now. Parker, look at this.
Are you serious? Are you serious, America?
And eventually the Jayhawks turn it over. Boy, Parker feeling it.
He's got touch. He's got touch. Physicality's been out of control.
Suleiman. Mason stays with him. Parker elevates again and hits again.
Wiggins really assert himself offensively.
Think he was told to do that at halftime?
I think he knows within himself. He knows what the game, the trend is going. He sees the performance of Parker.
Lob.
Look at those hands. That is not shooting the jump shot. So he bypassed an open jumper to take it to the goal.
And again, if you're a driver with the way that the fouls are being called right now, you've got an advantage. Parker drives and hits.
Parker showing it.
.5:15 to go. Duke looking for the lead again.
I think if Duke scores, you see Wiggins come off the bench.
Parker. Duke leads.
I think you ought to see Wiggins off the bench.
Shoot the ball well from 5 positions. They will run their motion offense, read, react, cut. A lot of activity that Duke will have to guard.
Kalinowski not afraid to get it in the air. Here's Jabari Parker, knocks it down. The
play off the 2 forwards.
Three-pointer, that's going to rattle out by Cheripovich out of Gothenburg, Sweden, but he can really shoot it. If he gets going, look out. Hood gives it up, and now Cook will call out the play, the point guard, the junior out of Washington, D.C. On the move, Hood, little tumble there, the jumper on the way, and that's going to rattle home. Parker off the fake beyond the 3. Yes! 43-28 Duke. Duke has sold out every game here at Cameron Indoors since November 16, 1990. 17-1 in the Southern Conference last year. Duke would go 14-4 in the ACC, second place behind Miami, and advance to the Elite 8, losing to the eventual national champion Louisville. Shot clock at 15 now for Duke. Parker with a catch and shoot and drills in a 3-point.
29 Final Fours, and before it's all said and done, we're probably going to have to change that to 31.
I think you're right. 77-60, Duke in command. Parker with a later strikes. He's been quiet for a little while.
We're going to defend that. Not the case. There's a steeper learning curve with this group.
Duke of the basketball, leading by 19. Talk about Parker being brand new as a freshman. Hood as a sophomore, he was with the Duke team last year in practice. Slowed down. 88-65.
You look at a guy like Belfort, right? So he's all the way from Battleground, Washington. How does a run? Nice jumper. Wow.
And Brian Freeman uses it. He's a left-handed dominant player. Used it to his advantage right there.
See Rodney Hood now taking the ball up across midcourt. Of course, the Blue Devils are so versatile. A number of guys will take the ball up and set up the offense. Rodney Hood, Jabari Parker, Quinn Cook, Rashid Suleiman, all certainly capable of doing so. And Jabari Parker, solid team with a really solid coaching staff. And Carlos Smith getting his first taste of the Cameron Crazies there in solid midseason form, despite it being the first exhibition game. And Rashid Suleiman hits Jabari Parker on the outlet, who crosses
their high percentage basket.
8-5 here early going as the jump shot for Bowie State no good. Rebound Rodney Hood and out to Jabari Parker. who finishes in transition. It moves to 9 for 16 in that category. Hood doubled in the corner, kicks it over to Jabari Parker, quickly to Tyler Thornton. Matt Jones with a nice kick. And Josh Harrison thinks twice. Jabari gets the ball down low, powers through, gets the ball back. Really
again connects on the other end.
The graduate student, 6'7", 220 forward out of Clinton, Maryland, with a nice jump shot. Duke has had a 17-point lead. Lead now is 15. Has not yet been able to pull away, although Jabari Parker doesn't. Thornton dives on the floor as he usually does. Rodney Hood with the smooth lefty layup. No good.